Queen Victoria, the grandmother of Europe. In the grand palaces of 19th century Britain, Queen Victoria ruled the largest empire the world had ever seen. But beyond the crowns, ceremonies, and power, she also held a quieter title, one that would shape the future of Europe itself. She became known as the grandmother of Europe. This story begins not on a battlefield or in Parliament, but inside a family, a queen with a very large family. Queen Victoria married Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha in 1840. Their marriage was not just political, it was deeply loving. Together, they had 9 children, filling the royal palaces with noise, lessons, arguments, and laughter. Victoria believed strongly in family values. She personally supervised her children's education and expected discipline, duty, and moral behavior. Little did she know that these children would one day sit on thrones across the continent, because in royal Europe, marriage was power. Royal marriages across Europe. As Queen Victoria's children grew older, they married into the most powerful royal families of Europe. Her eldest daughter, Victoria, married the future German emperor. Her son Edward VII became King of Britain. Other children married into royal families of Russia, Denmark, Greece, Spain, and Romania. Soon, Victoria's grandchildren were kings, queens, emperors, and empresses. By the early 20th century, many European monarchs were cousins, all connected through Queen Victoria's bloodline. That is how she earned her famous nickname, the Grandmother of Europe, a family tied by blood and secrets. But Victoria's legacy was not only crowns and castles. One hidden inheritance traveled silently through her family: hemophilia, a genetic disease affecting blood clotting. Victoria herself was a carrier, and the condition spread through several royal houses. It affected the royal families of Russia and Spain, changing lives and even influencing political decisions. In Russia, the illness of the young heir weakened confidence in the monarchy, one small thread in the events leading to the Russian Revolution. History, it seemed, could turn on family matters, cousins who became enemies. Perhaps the most tragic part of Victoria's legacy came after her death in 1901. Her grandchildren, King George V of Britain, Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany, and Tsar Nicholas II of Russia were all closely related. They wrote letters to each other, called each other by nicknames, and shared childhood memories. Yet, in 1914, Europe was plunged into World War I. Cousins-led armies against cousins. The family bonds Queen Victoria had helped create could not prevent war. Thrones fell. Empires collapsed. It was a painful reminder that even the closest family ties could not stop the forces of politics, nationalism, and conflict. A lasting legacy. Today, Queen Victoria is remembered not only as a powerful ruler, but as a woman whose family shaped modern Europe. Her descendants still sit on thrones today, including the British royal family. Through marriages, traditions, and shared history, her influence lives on. She never ruled all of Europe, but through her children and grandchildren, her presence was everywhere. From palace nurseries to royal crowns, from peace to war. Queen Victoria truly earned her place in history as the grandmother of Europe.